So I'm joined here by Ray Yeates, who's the head honcho, the big wig. So Ray, can I ask you, what is a European capital of culture?
Well, every year, 2 countries in Europe have to pick one of their cities to become a European capital of culture.
Yeah.
So in 2020, it's Ireland and Croatia. We're not playing against Croatia except in the football. We're not competing with them. So Croatia pick a city inside Croatia and Ireland have to pick a city inside Ireland. And they have to do it. And it's done 5 years before it. So it's 2015. So an Irish city would be a capital of culture in 2020.
So the hard work starts here.
That's right. Well, in fact, we're about to put our bid book in. So a lot of the hard work has really been over and the big interview process begins.
Well, and it's what explain to me, like a cultural city, like, I mean, because Limerick had this, Manchester, loads of Dublin's had it before. Am I mistaken?
No, Dublin was the European capital of culture in 1991, so it's a very long time ago. And Limerick were a national city of culture, so it wasn't a European capital of culture, which is very confusing, right? Yeah. As is the word culture, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, that's what I was about to ask you. Like, what do we have to do?
Well, what we have to do is we have to answer 52 questions. It's like the Leaving Cert multiplied by 100, right?
Oh, God.
And about 20
I got 17 points in the Leaving Cert, so that's a bit beyond me. But as you say, like 52 questions. Give us an example of a few.
Yeah, why do you want to get it?
Right.
One of the questions. What idea is behind your application? Like, what is it going to be about?
Right.
Because a lot of people think it's just about running loads of festivals or loads of events or more plays in the Abbey Theatre. And it should be.
See, that's what I thought when I came into you today. So it's not just all culture hyper. So give us an example. I know you can't give too much away because the bid is sort of secret, but give us a bit of an example.
So for example, we thought for ages that it was going to be about trust, that people don't really trust each other in the city anymore. Yeah. Right? And then how would you build a cultural programme that helped people to trust each other more? Imagine that. Like, so would you all get together and, people from different areas might get together and do something together in a cultural way, and this would help to build trust between them. So it's not going to be about trust, so I'm safe saying that. Right. But that's the kind of thing. So you try to identify something that's urgent in the city, something that you really think is hurting people in Dublin. So
like there, say maybe deprived areas, like I suppose some working class areas that are overlooked as such, like Ballymun before the rejuvenation, maybe certain areas in, most of my mates are from there, Darndale, certain areas of Coolock or Ryan Tubridy's Head. Those are places that need
neglected.
Totally neglected.
Yeah. And so if you were doing an application in Dublin that wasn't about that, it'd be a very strange application, I think, wouldn't it? Yeah. That you weren't thinking about the poorer parts of the city, and you weren't thinking about the fact that culture belongs to everybody, so everybody's involved in it. Whether they're reading a book or listening to music or appreciating a building or getting involved in a deep conversation, that's all culture. So it
doesn't mean you have to go down and see the Caravaggio down the National Gallery.
Absolutely not. And you kind of hope, wouldn't you, that people would include that in what they're doing. Yeah. And the Caravaggio is very important, but equally a hip-hop artist in Finglas is very important. So it's having that value. That's what our application is about.
Because culture is all things to everyone. It's what makes you happy and what brings, The
way you live your life, that's what it's saying.
That's brilliant. Ray Yeates, everyone. Give it up. Go on, you good thing.